Hello.
Welcome back to Engaged and Divorced.
The podcast where I wear the rings.
And I'm trying to figure out these damn things.
And I'm in the middle.
Say it again.
And I'm in the middle.
We have our mom today on the podcast. She is our special guest this week.
How does it feel to be on the show?
Yeah.
Oh, it's exciting. It really is.
Is it? Are you nervous?
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Have you listened to any of the podcast episodes? Let's just go ahead and ask this question.
I figure, these are my daughters, and sometimes I was like, I don't know if I'm going to agree with what they say, so I thought I'd be better off if I just didn't watch them at all.
I mean, that's valid.
That's a good choice, probably.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Sometimes we have to not listen to certain things or like unfollow people on the internet just so we don't start conflict with people we love. So good choice, Mom.
So Mama Bear and I are going to be sharing a mic today because we were trying to figure out our 3 mic thing, and it just we'll get it. We'll get it.
We bought all the equipment for 3 mic setup,
right?
But we can't figure it out.
We're gonna make this work
because we don't know what we're doing.
Yes, we are.
So how are you doing, Mom? How's your day?
My day was good. Yeah, it's my Friday. I have 3 days off.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because she has tomorrow off. They're going to the Avs game tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Wait, that's Saturday.
Yes, Saturday. Jeremy's in
Never
town.
mind. In a day.
My son, so it's really neat seeing all 3 of my kids together. It makes a mama happy. Brings her joy.
Yeah.
Aw. You are so cute.
I know.
Oh, you are just cuter.
Also, because I already know everyone's going to say this, if you're watching through YouTube or if you're listening on Spotify, you can see the video on there as well. Our mom is beautiful. Literally every time I post you on Instagram, everyone's like, she's so gorgeous. I'm like, I know, I tell her that all the time and she doesn't believe me.
Well, that's sweet.
I've had multiple friends be like, your mom is so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Every time I post a picture of her, people say, I already know people are going to say it.
That's
hype her up in the comments,
I had friends from my wedding who were like, is that your mom? I was like, yeah. They were like, how old is she? They thought you were like 40.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, because we all know what age I just turned, except for you. So
we all know. Only we know, Mom.
Wow. You're doing a good job talking loudly.
Goodness. We can turn it.
They keep telling me to talk loud, so that's what I'm doing.
So, on my wedding day, my mom was like the main focal point. I remember
That's
this.
not true.
No, I swear to you, everybody was like, "Yeah, you're pretty. Your mom, wow." I was like, "Jeez."
No,
she stole the show with her beauty and grace.
No.
So, Mom, what is your secret? What keeps you so young?
Yeah.
Some days I don't feel so young, but other days I just, it's not about the age. It's just about what you make your everyday life to be and become.
Okay. Can you give us an example?
Does that make sense?
All
Kind
right,
of.
Aristotle. Thank you for sharing.
Give us an example.
Well, I think it's all about trying to be positive, and every day when you wake up, every single morning you choose to make it the best day possible, no matter what your situation is, and see the blessings in everyday life, no matter what your situation is.
Mm-hmm.
She's a genius, guys.
Yep.
Love her.
She's also an Enneagram 9.
I was going to ask her what her Enneagram number is just to see if she knew.
Yeah, well, she doesn't actually read anything that I send her about it or listen to anything.
Yeah, we've tried to explain it a lot.
I'm a busy person.
Oh,
she's not interested in it.
No. Yes, I am.
Well, Mom, everyone's
Okay.
been dying to get to know you more, so it's time for some questions. You ready?
Sure.
Are you sure?
These are going to be juicy. Not really.
Bring it on.
All right. First question. What is some advice that you wish you could tell your younger self?
To enjoy every single moment with your children when they're young and while they're growing up, and to not always think about, just getting them to bed, or just if I could just, just have a day to relax, or, that type of thing. So
That was probably hard with your daycare business. Want to talk about that further?
I'm just laughing at Kiley passing the
I'm
microphone
not
back and
sure.
forth.
I mean, yeah, it was just really hard at,
Well, do you want to
Kids
share
would-
what you did for a long time?
kids would, I did daycare for 21 years out of my home so I could stay home with my children because that was the most important thing to me. I don't expect awards for that, but it was very rewarding for me. I just feel for mothers that have to go back to work after they have a baby. That's just not me. So and I was going to be a teacher, and I was almost ready to graduate to be a teacher, and then I got pregnant and decided to just not go back and just open up my own daycare. So did that for 21 years, and I always said I was going to just do it until my youngest graduated from high school, basically. Or was it when you went into high school? I'm not
It
sure.
was it was like a year before I graduated. Because I remember you were doing it like the first couple years of high school, but you only had like 4 kids at that point. Maybe less.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we always grew up with kids in our house. Every summer you'd wake up to screaming kids downstairs, and then I always had my window open in the summertime, so they'd be outside, and I'd wake up every morning to screaming, crying kids. But it had its. We've talked about it before on the podcast. I feel like it had its like really fun moments too, and it was a lot of really cool memories, and has made us know what to do with kids and stuff.
Yeah,
I always thought I would have a big family.
Yeah, me
because of
too.
it.
Because of that, I was like, oh man, this is fun. Like having a bunch
Yeah,
of people. I
makes
thought
it
it was
fun.
always fun. I remember just being like, oh, I have all my besties here for the summer.
That's true, because everyone that was in the daycare was like your age,
Yeah.
around your time frame. I was always like
Well-
one of the oldest ones, I feel like. So I was always in charge of like putting on the productions and stuff.
Well,
that
once we
would
got
do.
to middle school, then Darcy and I were in charge. It's a lot of shoes to fill.
But I'm sure it was hard for all 3 of the kids to have to share me with everyone, because there was days in the summer when I had like 13 kids.
Those were fun. We would go to like the pool and the zoo.
Not very often with that many kids.
Yeah,
But,
we'd have to get outside help
and I
whenever
know
we go
they'd
somewhere.
get upset in the summer and want to go places because they didn't have school. But I was like, well, I can't take you anywhere. I mean, this is my job. This is my full-time job. So it was hard.
Aren't you glad you had a daycare business before iPads came out? So we all went outside and used our imagination.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that you locked us outside just so we would stay outside?
Did I do that with you?
Yeah, but it was good. I would do the same thing. She wanted to make sure we weren't going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out.
Oh, that's
What
annoying.
they did.
So she'd lock the door.
When you got like 10 kids coming in and out, it's
And this wasn't when it was cold. It was a
Right.
nice day.
Yeah.
And they were never out there very long.
I would have done the
So
same.
They were never out there very long, trust me.
Somebody asked, what or how have you evolved in your mindset to support your children? That's an interesting question.
To support my children?
Do you feel like any of your views or your mindsets have changed to support us kids? You could think about it too if you need to think.
I support all 3 of my children and whatever they do, whatever they believe in. I'm there for them. I support them. What was the question? Was that the right answer?
Yeah, I mean, how have you evolved in your mindset?
In my mindset?
Do you feel like your mindset's really evolved at all? I feel like you've always been very open-minded.
I'm open-minded, and I mean, there's certain things, that I believe in, and things like that, but
yeah.
and they know what those are. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we all respect each other in our
Yes.
different beliefs, if we have different beliefs in things. How did you feel about Shaylee getting divorced?
It was a very sad time. It was a very hard time. We loved him, and I mean, he was part of the family. But at the same time, the more I learned, what was going on, and the more I heard, and Gary as well,
That's our dad.
it was,
Yeah.
their dad as well.
I just wanted people to know.
You know, the more we supported her and her decision and, you know, what she was doing. So we helped her move, and she's been with us, and it's, yeah, I think it was the best decision she ever made.
I agree.
But it was a very sad time. Yeah.
Well, I'm so thankful that you guys let me move in without even hesitating.
Oh, yeah, of course not.
And that's them for you. Kylie and I have so many stories. I think we even shared it in the last podcast episode or the one before that. You guys would just like let people stay with you, and if somebody needed a home, you opened up your home. The face you just made. You want to share?
Not just anyone, so don't come running, people.
Well, yeah. You didn't really know a lot of these people on a deep level or anything, but you guys always just wanted to help people.
Yeah.
Good Samaritans.
And we've been burned a few times, but you know what? That's okay, because, I mean, who's in the long run, in the end, you know, who's watching, and who knows, you know, what you've done in your life and who you've tried to help.
Yeah.
So.
When you have good intentions and a good heart. Somebody asked if you watch the YouTube videos and listen to the podcasts, which we kind of already answered that. I don't feel like anyone that knows me personally in my life actually watches my videos. It's very rare for like a friend of mine to be like, I watched your video. Some of my friends do, but I would say that most of them don't, because it's just, I don't know. It's different. They already know me in person, so they don't feel like they have to. And then it's the same with family. I don't, maybe like grandma, your mom watches my videos, but that's probably it.
Yeah, I think she stopped too, because there's such a generation gap and everything. And but that's not the main reason why I don't watch it. I just don't have time. I work all day, and by the time I get home, you know, I have a couple hours, and then it's bedtime, and then it starts all over. Yeah. So I think that's the main reason why I've never really tried to watch them.
Yeah.
That's why I cannot watch podcasts. I just let them play while I do stuff.
Yeah.
I've never listened or watched ours, but I'm here for it.
Is it because you don't like the sound of your own voice?
No, I just like I was there. I recorded it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I do listen to the podcast because I edit them. So.
Yeah.
Well, somebody wants to know, what do you think of Shaylee being on YouTube and being an influencer? What is that face?
I've always been very proud of Shaylee, and she's really grown her channel and everything. You know, I've worried about her through the years, and you know, some of the mean comments, but that's part of it, and she knows that. But that is very hard as a parent to see any of that, or you know, because people can be so cruel and so mean, and it's a shame.
Yeah. I remember the first time I got hate, like 10 years ago, you were like, just get off the internet.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I can't let them
you don't
win.
wanna see, you know,
but I totally get it.
Children hurt, but at the same time, it's like they're putting it out there, so they know it's coming.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
But that's probably the hardest part. But I'm very proud of her.
Thanks.
Does a great job of what she does.
Since I feel like all the questions are about
this
me.
one, too.
Yeah. I feel like all these questions are about me. Let's talk about Kylie a little.
Yes. What do we?
How
have
do you
for Kylie?
how do you feel about Basil? When you first met Basil, what did you think?
That's not about me.
Well,
no, I'm just kidding.
We're getting there.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Kylie said that's not about
we
me. If you
love
could hear.
Basil. He's a great guy. He's great with Kylie. He's great with us, and he's just a loving, compassionate human being, and he's very sweet, and we're so happy for you guys.
And I remember the first time you met him, you like came back and because you had driven to Nebraska where they went to college, and you came back and you were like, oh, they're so cute together, but they were just friends at the time.
We were when she visited. Trust me.
I was. I mean, she was. But yeah,
I did friend zone him for real.
But yet that's all she talked about when we were there. So it's like, yeah, okay, just friends.
Yeah, we liked each other, but it was like low key. Well, not really low key. We thought it was low key, but it was not. Everyone knew we liked each other, so.
Yeah. But I'm proud of both of these beautiful women.
We're proud of you, Mom.
And yeah, if I had a part of how they grew up, then that is a true blessing, and that's what life is all about. So,
Well, you had a huge part.
rewarding.
I feel like most of the time I'll never amount to like the kind of mom you are.
Oh,
I'm serious.
no,
Like
that's
there's so
not
many days where I'm
true.
just like, I'll never be as great as Mom was.
That is not true, and I don't even know why she says that.
I'm serious.
It's crazy because now that I'm so old,
You're not old. Stop it right now.
I'm 60. So
That's not old.
anyway,
We have some listeners who are in that age bracket.
I know, and you know what? It's not old, but you know what I mean. You 60-year-olds. Anyway, I kind of lost track. What were we talking about?
I forgot where we were going with that. I'm not even drinking. They are.
She made me a margarita.
Well,
No, what were we talking
she made it herself, technically. She has a bowl of salt. So.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. Just, she wanted some salt with it.
Yep.
Oh, we're talking about how I think you're like such a great mom and I'll never measure up. And you said, I'm old. Now that I'm old.
Her and the kids live with us, and I love it, and her dad loves it, and it just works, and we all get along. But anyway, I'm getting off track.
All I was doing is complimenting you on how great of a mom you are.
And sometimes I think, I should be helping her when she's upstairs, and they're like, Mom! And it's like, get to bed! But then I just kind of sit down there and I just kind of laugh, and it's just so cute. It's like, this is so nice. I'm the grandma.
I feel like you help a lot with stuff.
I don't
She's like,
really help
payback. Good luck.
No, I always look at your energy level and I'm like, how in the heck do you do that? You have more energy than I do as a 32-year-old. So
That is not true.
yeah, it
I
is.
look at her and I think the same thing. She's the one that does all the cooking these days and all the shopping, and it's wonderful for me, but I feel bad for her. Anyway.
I like doing it.
I don't know what the question was, but I don't think it was answered. So anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, do you have a question?
Can you explain what were the three of us like as kids?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like not teenagers. I'm talking like kids.
Should we bring Jeremy up here? He's downstairs.
Well, Kiley, she was our baby, and she never wanted to get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
She was very worried about ever getting in trouble. And if you raised her voice at her, she'd cry. And
I do that still. I don't like when people yell
I do that
and
too.
so every time she'd get in trouble, I would feel so bad for her and would be like, Garrett, leave her alone. I'm a softie. He was always the mean one of the two, right?
at me. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. If we were ever in
That's
trouble,
good.
it was like,
That's
watch
good
out
that
for
we had
Dad.
that balance, because, he
Yeah.
taught him well, too.
Honestly, a lot of the crying was manipulation because I knew it would work.
Are you serious?
Whoa.
She tells me that now.
Whereas
sometimes, yeah.
Whereas my crying was like real.
And then Shaylee, she was our firstborn, and she was the defiant one. Very, very self-independent and defiant, but yet, she's always the sweetest thing. Would always want to help everybody. But yeah, she's always been the one that she's gonna believe what she believes, and she doesn't care what anybody else thinks, and she's gonna be who she wants to be, and I admire her for that.
Wow, you got that, and she cries when she gets yelled at.
No, I haven't. I could go on and on about these two. I could.
Okay. Just kidding.
Kiley was the type of kid where it was like if we were in a store and they were like, the store's closing in 10 minutes. She's like, I need to get out. Let's get out. We're going to get locked in.
Did I do anything happy? Was I a happy child at all? Besides
you were
being
so cute,
anxious all the time.
You look like Little Boo from
course
Monsters
you
Inc.
did.
We used to call you Little Boo. And you were spoiled because we all wanted to like
That's
be
true.
around you and hang out with you and love on you.
And she was always my helper in daycare. I mean, they all were, but and Kylie in the last year, she was a big help. And I knew then that she was really good with children. And then, she went to school to be a teacher, and that was pretty cool. But then she had a bad experience with that. So someday I hope she can go back to that. No, she doesn't want
Don't
to.
hope that.
But you know what? It's whatever makes you happy. That's what's...
Not that.
And I guess that's not what makes her happy. So that's, it's good to not. Some people, even if they're not happy, they'll stay in a job for years and years.
We've talked about that on the podcast.
And it's like, don't do that. Right. If you can get out, then do something that makes you happy. And that's why I admire her, because she knows, that she had to move on, and she's doing her own thing, and she's pushing herself, and she's growing, and I'm very proud of her.
Okay, I was being dramatic. You didn't have to go on that long. Oh.
Okay.
So let's talk about Jeremy.
Oh, yes. Jeremy.
He was a silly goofball.
Now, Jeremy.
Should I make him sit up here?
Hi, Jared. Welcome to the show.
Thanks. It's good to be here. I wasn't ready to be here, but I guess it's happening.
All right, so we recently asked Mom about the three of us and kind of how we were as children. So she's about to explain how you were as a child.
Okay.
Okay.
How Jeremy was. Jeremy. Let's see. What can we say about Jeremy? Well, he was the middle child, and he was my special little boy. He'll always be my little boy. I always loved my little Jer. I remember his little fat cheeks.
They're still here.
And he was so cute. But he just always had a heart of gold. But he was a jokester, and any of his friends that came over, everyone was always laughing at him. And we're all still laughing at him because we always said you ought to be a comedian. But he cracks us all up. He's just very special to us. And what else? Let's see. Jeremy. He was very, very independent. We lost him a couple times when he was little, because he always wanted to do his own thing, go his own way. Every time we went out to eat, it'd be like, okay, can I go to Best Buy? Can I go to wherever that was close by so he could go, because he could never sit very long. Let's see. That's what I first thought of. What else?
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Jared, what's your favorite childhood memory?
I can't really pinpoint one. We have a lot of good memories in our grandparents' basement in Laramie, and I don't know, I think of that a lot, but I honestly can't pinpoint one, to be honest.
Wart. Remember that?
It depends on what time frame you're talking about too, because after Shaylee got married, me and you had good memories.
You guys had good memories pretending that I was your child.
And then when you were young, and like Shaylee and I spent a lot of time together. Played The Sims. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, they were always pretty close, and then Shaylee moved away, and then you guys were close, and then Shaylee came back, and now we're all close, and I love that.
So cute. Well, thanks, Jer. Anything else you want to share?
No.
The public?
Wasn't really ready to be here, so, but yeah, thank you for the kind words. He was just like laughing the whole time.
Well, because
Laughing
Jeremy's
at
over there
Mom.
going,
The gym.
the gym, yeah, I was staring in the camera. Okay. Well, thanks, Jer.
Yep, thank you.
That's all. You can leave
And
now.
then let me just add, I just have 3 wonderful children, as you all can see. I have 3 beautiful children, and they're just amazing, and I'm very proud of all 3 of them.
Well, next time I come, I'll jump in, and maybe if I get the invite. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
So comment your questions for Jeremy, our brother.
All right, I'm going to be taking Shaylee's spot here in the main host chair. So we're going to be asking you a couple questions. Would you rather would you rather? What's your biggest fear, first of all? Let's start there.
That's a hard one, Jer. Mice. A lot of mice.
Mice?
A lot
Okay.
of rats
So
crawling all over me.
that's your biggest fear out of everything in the world that could actually happen.
Okay, well, I mean, if they were eating me, I don't know.
So would you rather have mice crawling all over you, or would you rather be burned alive? In an earthquake, though. But I mean, I'm talking about like,
I would say burned alive.
that's like much
As
more
long as
scary
I
than
could
mice
just
crawling
be-
all over you.
That's a terrible thing to talk about.
I feel like if mom had mice crawling on her, she'd want to be just burned to death, right? You would not want mice crawling on you.
So can we talk about
So
something-
technically,
That's the
you
thing I
would
don't
choose
understand,
Bev.
because people say like, oh, my biggest fear is spiders, or like being alone. And I'm like, would you?
Mine is being alone.
So you would rather be alone than like get buried alive?
You mean I'd rather be buried
You'd rather
alive?
be buried alive than be alone.
Well, either way, I'm alone. So you're saying you're just asking me, would you
that's
rather be
scary,
alone or
though.
be alone?
no.
No, that's not the way to look at it, dear.
I'm alone if I'm buried alive.
If you're buried alive, burned alive,
But
etc.
if
I'm
you're
alone.
alone, you're not.
If
But-
I'm buried alive
but
with
you're-
someone, that's fine.
But you're in pain
Why? What happened to me?
because you're getting burned.
Burned?
Fires
You said buried.
Well, either
But
one.
If you're alone,
You
you're
said
not.
burned.
If you're alone, you're not getting.
Yeah,
burned.
if you're alone, then you're not suffering. You're still alive. But you're.
you're-
I'm suffering.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, see, and I would rather be alone. I'm a loner.
I could probably do it. Like I would get lonely, but
Well, hey, I did childcare out of my home for 21 years, so what does that tell you about me?
that you don't like being alone?
No, that I'm a loner. I like to be alone.
That doesn't make any sense because you had a ton of kids there. That doesn't make you a
Well,
loner.
kids are not the same as adults. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'd much rather deal with children.
okay, this is a good one. Would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors, or go into the future and meet your great grandkids, grandchildren?
Ooh,
That's a good one.
that's hard. The past or the future? I would say past, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Wouldn't you? I don't know. That's hard. That's really hard.
I would say past because I'm into history. I think it'd be fun to like see who your ancestors are.
Well,
I don't care about the future. The future scares me.
And the way the future is now with this world, the way it is now, that scares me. So I don't even know if I want to know the future. but yeah, I mean, I'd love to see my
Okay, this one.
grandkids'
Oh, sorry to
family.
cut you off.
So anyway, yeah.
This one's kind of deep. Would you rather become someone else or just stay you? And you have to answer honestly.
I would rather just stay me.
Aww.
Cute.
I mean, what? Is that not what you guys say?
I would.
Yeah, I would probably. Yeah.
It's like when you get yourself
I
to
would
a
stay
certain
me.
point, like, you'd have to go through all that again as somebody else. It's like you already made it this far. Stay as yourself.
I mean,
Sometimes
gotta
I see,
love yourself,
Sometimes I
right?
see an
So-
attractive dude and I'm like, I wish I looked like him.
well, yeah. I mean, I think we all do that. We all compare. I
Like
think
Zac
all women
Efron.
compare.
I wish I was Lizzo.
Aw.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
who that
wish
is.
I was 30 again.
Okay, next question. What is your sleeping position? What's your favorite position to sleep in?
Oh, on my left side with a blanket behind my back and a pillow between my legs. And it's just perfect. Yep, that's my favorite position.
Okay.
What's yours?
I like just laying on my tum-tum. I like to lay on my tum-tum and go like a starfish.
That's what your father does. And doesn't that hurt your neck?
Nope.
My neck would kill me if I had it bent like that all night.
So speaking of dad, how do you guys keep it spicy?
Keep what spicy?
You know, the marriage. The spark.
We just try to spend time together. I think that's the most important thing. You want to keep trying to, hang out, try to have fun together, and never let that go.
One word, spray bottle. You guys love the spray bottle.
What?
That gets them going.
You know.
Oh, I know.
Oh, is that?
That's how Kiley was conceived. I know all about the spray
Oh,
bottle.
they're always talking about that. And he would chase me up the stairs. Yeah.
And the rest was history. It all started with a spray bottle.
How did you know that Dad was the one for you? And if you'd like to, you can discuss how you met.
I just knew that he was a very compassionate person, and he was trying to help me with what I was going through at the time, and he was just a very nice person, and we had fun together. He made me laugh. I made him laugh. We just kind of clicked.
If you want to see
Very
Dad,
sweet to me.
give the video a thumbs up. If we get 100 likes in this video,
Always giving me
Dad will be here.
compliments, and just he's what every woman wants in a relationship.
All right, we are joined with our dad. Say hi.
Hi, Dad.
So Mom was just talking about how you met
Oh,
and how much she
in a
loves
motel.
you. So, well, we didn't get there yet, but
Oh.
we'd love to hear your perspective.
Huh?
We'd love to hear your perspective.
It was a motel. 6.
What do you like? What?
No?
Motel 8.
Motel 8. Going up in the world.
What's your favorite thing about Mom? What made you fall for her?
Like, instantly? Her eyes. Like, when I saw her across the way, off in the distance. Where are you going?
I think you need to explain the hotel thing, because
No,
everyone's
I don't. You
everyone's
can-
wondering.
You can figure it out.
No.
It was a motel.
No, we worked at a hotel, and I was training him when he came in, and that's how we met. That's the hotel.
And I saw her across the way. So I was saying. And she's looking out in the lobby. I mean, she couldn't see worth a darn. She's looking out at me like,
So, Dad, what did you lie about when you met her?
what did I lie about? I was learning to play the bass guitar for like
Oh, I can play the guitar. I'm pretty good
months,
at it.
but that's about as far as I went. I was learning. I thought I could get there, but I was just trying to be impressive. I admit it.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a lie. I was learning, so I could play like 2 things on there, but that was about it.
You didn't say you were learning.
She didn't ask. I told her I could play. I said I could play. I didn't say I could. I didn't say I could play good, and I didn't say I could play a lot. But I did say I could play. I could play 2 songs at that time.
Dad,
Yes.
give us your best dad joke.
Oh man, under pressure. Here's a classic dad joke. Why don't scientists trust atoms?
I don't know.
Come on.
Something about negative.
Ooh.
Like they're always negative.
Yes,
That's pretty close.
Adams.
Because they make up everything.
That was not close. Don't lie.
But
Okay, well, with that being said, we're going to let these two finish. No, you sit. You don't move.
Don't move.
We're going to let these two finish up and say goodbye to y'all.
Goodbye, y'all.
Talk. What are they doing? Guys, this is a medium of sound medium.
Oh.
You have to talk.
Oh. So here we are.
Oh, this isn't video. This is all talk.
Yeah.
All right. So Lori and Gary here.
That was Lori.
We're just finishing up here. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you for listening. And keep on listening to Shaylee and Kiley, because
1001.
yes. Oh, subscribe in the subscribe so you don't miss out on anything.
Go for
Yes!
Go for the
Leave a rating.
what?
Out of
Leave a
what?
rating.
1 to 5?
Leave a rating.
Give us 5 stars. Say it.
Give us 5 stars.
Wow, that was quite the wild ride.
That was crazy. I cannot believe all that just happened.
I was not anticipating our entire family to be on the podcast today, but
Yeah.
there you have it. You guys get a sneak peek into our crazy life,
What can we say? We're a mix of chaos and love.
all rolled into one. And Jeremy's like never here, so
I'm surprised
You
he
guys-
wanted to be on.
you guys really got a special gift
Yeah.
with him coming on. He didn't want to be on. We forced him to be. There's a difference.
Literally, we just called his name.
But that's what you do with him.
yeah.
And he'll do it.
So,
He came on. He came right on over.
yeah. Our dad is more of a shocker.
Oh, I was not expecting Dad to come on at all.
No, that was...
Dad is like anti videos and things, and he doesn't like to
Yeah.
be recorded. So
You gotta
he
get
has to be in a good mood.
You got to catch him in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
That's
He
the
was in a good
secret.
mood today.
So let us know what you want to see more of with them. But there will be some more guests coming on really soon.
Yeah, and let us know if you enjoyed this episode with the family. Maybe we'll bring Mom on again in the future.
Also, do you like when we sit this close together? Let us know.
We're so close.
I know. It's beautiful.
I feel like this is how we're supposed to sit.
Yeah. I feel
We've
like
been doing
too.
it wrong
I
this
feel
whole
like,
time.
Yeah, I'll squeeze in next time.
We'll squeeze in together and cuddle.
All right,
That's good.
guys.
All
Thanks
right.
for watching.
Thank you. We will see you next Friday.
Bye.
Bye.